Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mongoolie Show. Today, we're taking a look at the newest Fantastic Four trailer. This one just came out today. We're going to jump into this completely blind and see what it looks like. Let's go.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space.
Nice. I like the way they're dating it. Oh,
forever
but that like kind of weird sci-fi version of the past.
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
I love the style of this.
Sauce looking. Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best
Franklin?
mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing is going to change.
Okay.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Oh, we actually get to see her.
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know. There's not enough time.
I bet there's...
I'm not giving up.
Nice.
We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family.
Jeez.
Has to be us.
Oh, okay, cool. We never saw him use his powers in the first trailer. I mean, that was
We will protect you.
a very minor scene of him using it, but at least we know he can. Nice. I kind of love that the scene we're seeing here is all the kids love thing. They're not afraid of him or anything like that. Like in the comic books, he's always wearing like trench coats and hiding who he is. And in this, he's like absolutely a celebrity and everybody loves him. I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four person. I don't read the comics all that much. My understanding was he always hid it because like people were afraid of him. And here we see all these kids just like excited for him. And that's kind of fun. I think it's actually a really smart design how all of their costumes are uniform enough that you know they're a team, but they're unique enough that they each have a little bit of different flair. I like that they're not the exact same costume times 4. Like everyone's is just a little bit different, like twerked for their personality, but still a team. I think that's actually a really smart design. So we know from the casting for Doomsday that we are getting the mutants from the original X-Men into the Marvel MCU. We've already seen Beast at the end of the Marvels, so we know that mutants are coming. The fact that they're announcing Franklin Richards because he is a mutant and an incredibly powerful one at that means we're also getting them from this direction. My curiosity with this movie is the Fantastic Four seem to be well loved by the population. The Avengers are well loved by the population. And then you're going to bring in the mutants. And the whole point of the mutants with the X-Men is that they are hated and feared. And I'm not really sure how they're going to play that up. We're in the same world. They're hated and feared, but everybody loves the Fantastic Four. Everybody loves the Avengers. Now, obviously, there's different things you can do where like maybe the mutants have like Magneto and he's evil and he does something horrendous. Obviously, there's ways they can go about it, but it's interesting that they're bringing in like a team that is so well loved right at the same time they're bringing in a team that is so hated, and they're not that different. Now, I paused it here because it's the reveal that Franklin or that Sue Storm is pregnant. Obviously, if she's pregnant, it should be Franklin. Franklin is a mutant and an insanely powerful one at that. So it's interesting that they're hinting towards that at the very beginning. I don't necessarily love that we're getting Silver Surfer, Galactus, Franklin, like all of these major things introduced in the very first Fantastic Four movie. It feels like they might be hitting the ground running a little too hard. but also as long as they do them well, I'm kind of okay with it. So we'll have to wait and see. If it's done well, could be amazing. I just hope it doesn't feel like they just shoehorned too much into one production, where all we really need is an introduction to the Fantastic Four, and then we can kind of go from there. Actually, that would be really interesting if in this universe they are loved, the universes collide, they come to our universe and they are hated, and then you have that dichotomy of them dealing with being hated instead of being loved. That could actually be pretty interesting. Okay, now this scene is interesting because Johnny Storm's flying up. I'm fairly confident Johnny Storm can fly in outer space despite the fact that there's no oxygen for his fire, but I'm certain I've seen that before. Maybe I'm wrong. So in this scene, if they're going for the he can't have fire because he can't have oxygen, so be it. But then he shouldn't be able to breathe and he should be freezing pretty fast too. Like, he's very high up in the atmosphere for just a regular human. Obviously, he's not a regular human. But it's just weird that they went the he can't be on fire, but he's not dead either. Just interesting. I like that you actually watch her surfing. Like, she's not just standing on the board, like she's actually legitimately surfing. I think that looks cool. Again, not the biggest Fantastic Four fan, so anybody out there is willing to correct me if I'm wrong. This seems like a feat of strength way beyond what I would assume the Thing could do. Like, if he's pulling an entire, I don't know, transport ship, like, that would be hundreds of, not thousands of tons. I didn't know he had that in him. Good on him. But like, that's insane. That's like Hulk level strength right there. I know he's fought the Hulk, but I've never put him in the same category as the Hulk. And again, I love that we're actually seeing him use his powers. We didn't see that in the last one. I love that his shoes are branded. That's hilarious. And it looks good. Like, even paused, like, it looks totally fine. I have no issues with that. Curious what he's holding, but you know, there's a scene earlier on where he's like, are we safe? And he's like, I don't know. And then he goes to that where he's like, I'll protect you. I like both of those interactions. I love Pedro Pascal as an actor. I think he's doing really good at this. I wouldn't have necessarily been my first choice for Reed Richards, but I think he's doing well. But both of those deliveries, I love when he's just like, I don't know if we're safe. I can't say specifically, but at the end, he's just like definitively like, we will do our best. We will do everything we can. We will keep you safe. We will protect you. I think it's really cool. I think he did a great job. All right, and that is our second trailer for Fantastic Four. This one gives you a lot more information. We have a bit of a better idea what the plot is going to be. We know now that Franklin Richards is coming. We've seen Mr. Fantastic use his power, and it looks good. And I think overall, this entire movie looks incredible. This is one that I'm really excited for. For the first time in a long time, I didn't see an MCU movie in theaters. I didn't watch Captain America: Brave New World. It just didn't look that interesting to me. I'm on the fence about Thunderbolts. This one, I will absolutely be checking out. It looks incredible. But what do you guys think? I'd love to know down in the comments if this is something you're excited for, if this trailer moved the needle for you one way or the other, and if not, why not? But until next time, hit that like and subscribe button so I see you in the next one.